Hey guys, welcome to the Prelims Focus News discussion of 12th August 2017, and the Hindi version of this discussion is also available in our YouTube channel. If you at all want to, you can come and watch it there, guys. So let's see the very first news, guys. This is about a program which is run by Odisha government in partnership with Facebook, and the name of the program is She Means Business Program. Guys, the aim of this program is to reduce the digital divide and empower the women of Odisha, because it is seen that the women of Odisha had the power to become an entrepreneurship, in coming in entrepreneur field, but there is no push by the government. So this She Means Business Program is a kind of push which is given by the Odisha government, plus in partnership with Facebook, who are working very hard to realize this dream of the women of Odisha, right? So under it, what will happen, let's see. They will be given training on digital marketing for 1 year, and the training is fully it is free of cost, right? And they will, in this training, they will learn how to make their website to promote their business for further endeavor, right? And Facebook will also make a database for entrepreneurs in the states and monitor their growth. Means Facebook will take the data, that whatever the data you have, just give me if what kind of success rate is there, right? So after seeing this success rate, they can incorporate the same scheme in other states also, right? So it is indeed a very important program, guys. We should remember it, and we can quote this program as an example, as a fodder material in our mains answer also, right? So the success stories among them will be highlighted to inspire others also. So this is about She Means Business Program. The second news is very good news, in fact, I would say. It is about Center Board of Film Certification. See, earlier it was headed by some Nilhani, if I'm not wrong, right? So what he used to was he used to put very cuts in different movies, right? So from now onwards, he will be removed, and Prasun Joshi, can you see this guy? Prasun Joshi will head this CBFC, that is Central Board of Film Certification. So let's see a bit about it. It is a statutory body which is coming under Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, and the work of this body is to regulate the public exhibition of films. Whatever the films is being published, India, within the territory of India. So this body regulate that under the Cinematography Act 1952, all right? And the films can be exhibited only after it is being certified by CBFC. Means without getting certification of CBFC, the film cannot be published, right, publicly, all right? So this was about it. And the board consists of non-official members and chairman, and all the members, whosoever is there in this board, is appointed by the central government, right? So next is TORA, guys. It is very important. I'll tell why. So it is being said in economic survey, basically the second version of economic survey is already out. So it is being said in that economic survey only, that Transparency of Rules Act. So let's see a bit about it. It is for push for the law to ensure transparency. It will be rules, right? So it is a push for a law to ensure the transparency rule. What is seen nowadays is that the government institutions don't are not transparent in nature. So after coming up of this act, which is called Transparency of Rules Act, it is expected that the relationship between the present government and the normal citizen will improve, because government will become more transparent in nature, right? So let's see a bit about it. It will end any asymmetry of information regarding rules and regulations faced by the average citizen. See, for us, whosoever is preparing for civil services paper, they are also facing many dilemma, that whether that information is authentic, whatever the government is there is authentic or not, right? Sometimes we get confused, all right? So just think about the average citizen, how much, what is the extent to which they will be getting confused. So to make sure that the data, whatever the government is exposing, that is authentic, so this act will be in economic survey, it has been proposed to bring out this act, all right? So this was about it, guys. Next is about BIMSTEC meeting. We have already read about what is BIMSTEC, so we'll not deal it here per se, but the thing will be there dealing here will be MOUs. Different MOUs has been signed between the 7 countries. So let's see what are those MOUs, guys. It is BIMSTEC grid interconnection, right? It is seen that the electricity facility of these BIMSTEC countries are not up to date, right? So to get a better infrastructure on this electricity region, there will be, it has proposed to, make BIMSTEC grid interconnection, right? And next is about expediting the negotiation of BIMSTEC's free and trade area agreement. Since many years it has been in, like it is pending for many years, right? So that's why they're, thinking of signing MOUs in these 2 sectors, so that the cooperation between these 7 countries could be deepen more, all right, and the prosperity will also be increased among all these 7 countries, right? So this was about it. Next is about growth is likely to be in the lower range, closer to 6.5%. Guys, if you will see this news in The Hindu, trust me, there are many points, and all those, I mean, majority of the points are, useless, guys. So what the takeaway for us is, like, we'll discuss it here only. So see, in earlier economic survey, it has been dealt that a range of 6.5 to 7.5 percent was estimated that GDP will grow with this rate, right? But there are few reasons which this economic survey is put forthing, and they are telling that these are the risks for which the economy cannot increase to 7.5%, but it has the probability of increasing to 6.5%, which is considered the lower limit. All right. So few risks are said here, that GDP, core GVA, IIP, credit, investment, and capacity utilization point to deceleration in the real activity. Means these all data are pointing towards the deceleration only, right? Next is bottlenecks in supply of foods and vegetables are also there, and after the implementation of 7th pay commission and OBOR, which is not written in this paper, but I've added the point that after these, it is expected that there will not be much fund left with the government, right? So what government will spend for the general people, right? So that's why. And next is farm loan waiver, which recently UP government has passed, right? Then recent exchange rate appreciation. So these are the factors which are being said that these are the risk ahead of our economy, right? So we should take care of it very intelligently. I mean, the government should take care of it, right? Also, in the same articles, few factors are mentioned which has led to the encouraging of few development factors, like a dip in the cash holding due to impact of demonetization, actions taken to address stressed bank and corporate balance sheet. We have already been discussing many news relating to that, right? Then structural downward shift in inflation, in principle decision to privatize Air India. So all these are factors which are somewhere or the other encouraging development in Indian economy, right? So this was about it, guys. And if these news will be continuing to come, right? So we'll discuss it in later days, right? So for now, this is it, right? Next is about double freeze plan, guys. This has not been discussed by any of the teachers or in this Insights or India or IS Baba. So none where it is being discussed, but I have bought it for you. So let's see what is about this double freeze plan, because it is itself in it it's a keyword. So they might ask that recently double freeze plan what is in news, what is it all about, right? So the tensions is going on between United States of America and North Korea. Both sides are telling that we will bombard you, right? So this plan is meant by this plan is framed by in fact Russia and China, and it is kind of push plan to diffuse tension between these 2 countries, right? So what it is telling is that North Korea must halt its missile test, and at the same time US military must also end the drills which they are carrying out in the region nearby North Korea, right? So that's why after conduction of drilling they are getting threatened, like North Korea people are getting threatened. And the regime of Kim Jong-un, he is absolutely like in Hindi we call it pagal, right? and the English word will be fool, right? He's kind of fool. So that's why, Russia people are telling that United States being more powerful state than North Korea, and also United States is more intelligent, than North Korea. So they must take, United States must take the first, step to cool the tensions going on between two countries, right? Otherwise, anything could happen. The nuclear war could also start. So that's why this double freeze plan has been proposed by Russia and China, right? Next is, guys, about the challenges in growth rebound in short term. See, Arvind Subramaniam has said that the challenges in growth can rebound in short term. There's a challenge basically. See, there are many growth terms we just define. First is short term growth, second is medium term growth, and third is a long term growth. Long term growth is totally in our hand, right? Medium term growth can be to a bit extent in our hand, but short term is not in our hand at all. It is indeed in our hand, but there might be plethora of unwanted factor which can topple it, right? So in this article, Arvind Subramaniam, through the second edition of this economic survey, has said, had put forth few points. So let's give a bit focus on those points, guys. Early sign of long-term benefit, right? High number of taxpayer from demonetization. Demonetization has shown the number of taxpayer has increased many folds, right? And around, it has been said that around more than 5 crore people have started giving tax. So it is really a very good news for Indian economy, because see, if you are at giving tax, then at least you are giving 5,000 rupees, then 5 crore into 5,000, it's in huge crore terms. So it's really a very good news. And on demonetization effect and GST effect on a short term, they are telling that short term there is effect, and effect is already seen, because the every indicators have dipped to its lower level. But at a long term, we can we have the capacity to manage it, and they are just giving the time frame also around by 3 years the effect of demonetizations can be managed, right? And in near term outlook on inflation and growth, the Arvind Subramaniam is putting two different points. He's putting mixed response. In first response, he is telling that Reserve Bank of India and the government has done substantially to overreach the inflation. Earlier there was inflation, but we have overreached it, and there is now seen it is deflation, right? Deflationary trend are observed, because the CPI have reduced to 1.25%, which must be between 2 to 6%. That has been said by Monetary Policy Committee, right? So the first point he is keeping this, and the second point he is keeping is that the credit growth, IIP, gross value addition, manufacturing and investment, all the reports are telling, they are pointing towards a deceleration in growth, right? So both are the matter of concern. More deflation is also a matter of concern, and this deceleration in growth is also a matter of concern, right? So both must be dealt very smartly by the government and RBI, right? And so guys, this was all about these news, guys, and there are many news related to it. Few I have not discussed just because of the reason that either that has been discussed in different other articles, or I didn't read this economic survey, right? So after reading that, I'll be getting sure that what are those points, right? So after that, I'll be dealing in a very clear and easy tone, so that you can understand all those things, right? So guys, this was all about it. And for your information, few courses are running in my channel. You can absolutely come and see it, like daily news analysis, mains question answer discussion, ethics, case study, and question answer discussion also, that I have not written, but question answer discussion is also going there, ethics and essay writing discussions, and daily MCQ series, right? So yeah, this is all about it, guys. So if you at all have not subscribed to the channel, you can subscribe it, and if you at all want to get the notifications, and you want to be the first person to get notifications in your phone, so what you can do is you can press the bell icon in your mobile app, right? So you can get it, right? So guys, this was all about it, and thank you for listening to me. Thank you, and have a very nice day. In fact, good night. This is so bye bye, guys. Thank you.